After changing music forever, Elvis Presley's life was cut tragically short. And while the results of the King's autopsy remain under wraps, there has been tons of speculation regarding his cause of death. Elvis Presley's life was cut short when he died at age 42 in 1977, after spending decades serenading the masses with his signature bluesy rasp and dominating on the big and small screens. Over the years, Ginger Alden, Presley's fiancée at the time, has recounted the fateful moments that preceded his death. Speaking with E! News, she recalled, "I fell back asleep and then I remember Elvis was getting up. I said, 'What's the matter?' And he said he was going to the bathroom to read. And the last thing I said to him was, 'Don't fall asleep.' And he said, 'I won't.' And then he walked into the bathroom." While reporters first stated that the famed musician, known for his hits like Hound Dog and Jailhouse Rock, died because of a heart attack, the barrage of information revealed in subsequent decades has suggested other tragic factors that led to his mysterious death. For example, the original NBC nightly news broadcast from August 16, 1977, showed a reporter making some chaste claims.
Even though he didn't drink, smoke, or drive his own car, he quit breathing at the age of 42.
Unfortunately, Presley's autopsy is allegedly full of disturbing details that suggest the beloved star was pumped full of prescription drugs at the time of his tragic death. Because of his family's litigation, Presley's autopsy has been and will remain guarded from the public until 2027. However, purported aspects of the report are compiled online. According to Unintended Consequences, a case study of Elvis Presley, the musician ingested 8 prescription medications prior to his death. The study cited the opinion of Los Angeles coroner Thomas Noguchi, who stated that Presley had ingested Demerol, antihistamines, and tranquilizers, among other things. However, his prescription drug use was a symptom of a larger dependency on medication. This issue was largely aided by his doctor, George Nicopolis, who prescribed him an inordinate amount of meds. That said, not everyone is settled on what actually caused Presley's death on that fateful day. For example, Dan Warlick, an investigator from the Tennessee office of the state chief medical examiner, who was actually present for the autopsy procedure, supported the heart-related death theory. However, his version of events involves a major twist that's rather unfortunate. According to the Mirror, he said, "Presley's chronic constipation, the result of years of prescription drug abuse and high-fat, high-cholesterol gorging, brought on what's known as Valsalva's maneuver. Put simply, the strain of attempting to defecate compressed the singer's abdominal aorta, shutting down his heart." Although Elvis and his wife Priscilla divorced years before he died, she's also confirmed his drug use. Claiming it started during his days in the Army, she shared with People in 2018, "It was difficult for all of us. We certainly didn't see it coming, but we certainly saw the journey he was taking." The widow also addressed the long-touted speculation about his circle's perceived lack of intervention. She explained, "Well, that's not true. People there in the inner group did, but you did not tell Elvis Presley what to do. He knew what he was doing." During a previous interview with ET, Priscilla recounted the moment she found out her ex-husband had died. It was a phone call from her sister that first set her on high alert.
Instantly, I knew something was wrong. I didn't quite pinpoint it yet because Lisa was supposed to come home that day.
She returned home to a phone call from Elvis's friend, Joe Esposito, who informed her of the life-changing news.
I dropped the phone and I just couldn't, believe that he died.